We are back in Intro to Reading and Study Skills. This video is going to show you how to use my reading lab and how to go through your weekly Blackboard tabs. So every week that you have class, you are going to have a weekly Blackboard tab. So for example, if I click on this first tab here, this is week 1. If I open this up, there's going to be a to-do list that's going to tell me exactly what I need to do every week. As I scroll through this tab, my job as a student is going to be to click on and review all of the resources that are available. You can see here that we have multiple folders that go through and tell you what you need to know to use My Reading Lab, which is what MRL stands for, videos on how to use Blackboard, and then any sort of assignments that you might have for this class. So what you would want to do is click into one of the folders as you go through, open up anything that is there, and follow the instructions. This is true for every single week. Every week that is available to you, you will have a list of things to do, various folders to go into, resources to click on, PowerPoints, videos, web links, and so on, and you will also have homework in Blackboard. The next thing that you need to do every week after you review your weekly Blackboard tab is go into the My Reading Lab link. When you click on your My Reading Lab link, you will see that you have a lot of information available to you related to My Reading Lab. The very top link here is where you go to set up your My Reading Lab, and there's another video that goes through how to do that. But every week that you have My Reading Lab homework, you click on this link. And what you want to do is make sure on your course homepage that every time you go in, you click on Assignments Due and View by Month. When you click on View by Month, you will see what your homework is for the week. You can see when your homework is due, and you can arrow back and forth between the months to see what you may have to keep up on for homework. Notice that I have all these red dots here. This means as a student, I did not do the assigned work. Red dot signal, this is late work, this is overdue, you need to get this completed. When you have your homework done, you will have all gold stars and green check marks here. Notice that in your settings here, you have multiple attempts on much of the homework. It will take your highest score. So for example, if I went in and I did this assignment and on my first attempt I earned a 30%, I know I need a 78% to pass the class, so I would go back in and do my second attempt, and it would take the higher of the two scores. If I go back to the home page in My Reading Lab, another thing that you need to do every week is click on Reading Level, Learning Path, and then after you do your initial diagnostic, which is done in week 1, every single week you will have to click on a title of your choice. It doesn't matter what title you pick on. And then you do the diagnostic, which is 10 questions. You do that first, and then you do the exercise after that. One title every week, the diagnostic and exercise for that weekly title. So again, when you go to your course homepage, you always want to click on Assignments Due, View by Month. This will show you what your homework is. After you do your weekly homework, you go back into Reading Level, you click on Learning Path, and you do your weekly title. Notice that in your My Reading Lab page, there are various ways to go through the program. Avoid doing the learning path and avoid doing anything over on the side margin except your reading level. The only two things you need to pay attention to are Assignments Due, View by Month, Reading Level, Learning Path. And that's it. This is true for every single week that you are in class.